let's get something straight. Okay? Let's get something straight. So, okay, last video I did was the Hawaiian shaved ice drink. Now, when I watched that back, I was like, you know, I don't know where Witch's Brew actually goes. So I'm going to go over the list again, from top to bottom. And this is the defined list up until this point. Now, I do have a flavor right here. I'm going to try it. But, that's in a second. So, top right now is Breezeberry, still. The OG, the legend. It's great. It has a sharp yet dull kind of initial taste, and then the aftertaste is beautiful. It's fabulous. It's refreshing. It's blue. I love blue, and it's cold, and it's amazing. It's around 8.5 to 9 rating, so it's pretty high up there, and it's hard to beat. I wouldn't say it's absolutely perfect, but I will say it's way up there. Okay, and then second, Hawaiian shaved ice. So this one was the one we did last episode, and I call it the legend contender because it went face to face with Breezeberry, and it did lose. It lost, but like by a point or half a point. Like it's either 7.5 or 8, and Breezeberry's 8.5 or 9. So, I mean, it's way up there. It's refreshing. It tastes exactly as it says, and it's cold, and it's amazing. I'm not talking about the actual temperature. I'm talking about you can feel the flavor of the cold. You could feel the ice, the Hawaiian shaved ice that was in there. So number 3 on our list right now is Witch's Brew. The reason for that is it has that green apple flavor and it has that yellow apple flavor. Now, these are important flavors because without it, it would be near the bottom of the list. Simply because the aftertaste is kind of like it leans more toward nothing. Like it's just like water, like sparkling water. So it's like you have the green apple and yellow apple taste initially for like 5-6 seconds, and then you move on and the aftertaste is like nothing. So the aftertaste is important in these drinks. I'm telling you, it's almost more important than the initial flavor that you could get. So yeah, number 3 is Witch's Brew. So right now it's Breezeberry, Hawaiian shaved ice, Witch's Brew. And the 4th on the list is Pink Slush. Which is not very surprising because the bottom of the list is Winter Wonderland. Which I call cough medicine because it is just that bad. Yeah, unfortunately that's the list right now. Now on a number system, I would put the Breezeberry, which is our top slot, at an 8.5. Then I'll put the Hawaiian shaved ice, a 7.5 out of 10. And then I'll put the Witch's Brew, 5.5 out of 10. And then I put the Pink Slush, a 4.5 out of 10. So the Pink Slush isn't much worse than the Witch's Brew, but the problem with Pink Slush is that the aftertaste is the Winter Wonderland taste, which is straight up cough medicine. And then obviously Winter Wonderland is a 2 out of 10. I would say it could get worse than Winter Wonderland, but based off of what flavor I have right here today, of course. But Winter Wonderland tasted like straight up frog turd. Like I'd rather drink frog turd than that horrible cough medicine that has been aged and sitting on an abandoned desk in a bombed hospital that's been leaking radiation for the past 4 million years, and just blood is just everywhere, and it's fire, and it's burning, and it's death, and it tastes like that. So anyway, now we are adding a 6th drink to the list today. I have no idea where it's gonna go. It's either gonna go, I'd say, number 3 or last place. That's my bet. I'm just gonna straight up show you this. I'm gonna tell you the name, and then we'll go over the ingredients, and then we'll do a sniff test. I'm worried about this one because it just looks like, I don't know. The problem with these drinks is they're all about the appearance, right? These sort of flavors that I'm talking about are all about the appearance of it, not the actual taste of it. They want you to buy the can, not the drink. That's what they're going for, right? So I'm going to show you the can. It's this. And if you can see the name there, it's cotton candy. So I don't know how this is going to taste. I mean, it looks appealing. It looks somewhat refreshing. There's like ducks on it, which I love ducks. But it's like cotton candy? Really? Really? Cotton candy? Really? I don't know about that one. I just don't know. So we'll find out. Okay. All right, let's do a sniff test right now. Ready? Oh, shoot. Yo, that smell is so strong, I got a whiff there. That smells good, though. That smells like legit cotton candy. So, where do we even start? Okay, let's do a real sniff test. Let's put our nose on the nose. Wow, that smells legit like a very sweet cotton candy. Like, not too sweet, but like... Oh, wait, let me add lighting. I forgot I had lighting now. There we go. Wait, what if I turn this on? Yo, got this set up? Okay. So, the cotton candy, obviously, has a very refreshing smell here. Oh, let's put that back. What I will say is this. To make something smell like cotton candy, when it's not cotton candy, the amount of chemicals and non-natural flavors that you have to add is concerning. So, I don't know if we're gonna die. I don't know if we're gonna live. But we are gonna drink it, either way. So, let's do this. First sip. That smells sweet. That smells nice, actually. Smell that. Sniff that. Yeah, shoot. Okay. First sip. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. Okay, hold up. Okay, wait. Okay, wait. Okay, wait. Okay, wait. Okay, wait. Hold on a second. Hold on, I'm getting something really good here. You know, it's almost concerning because I know that. Okay, let me say first that it tastes exactly like a cotton candy in drink form. I don't know how else to describe it. It tastes exactly what it's promoted as, which seems to be a very common theme here. Except Winter Wonderland. They should have put cough medicine, but sorry, aged cough aged, moldy, rusty, crusty, dusty cough medicine. But cotton candy, it is not lying to you. This is real stuff. This is a real cotton thing. Real cotton candy. Now, how do I describe this? It's like when you go to the fair, right? Okay? Following along here. You go to the fair, with your mom and dad, and you're like, Mom and Dad! And Vicky, you're always giving him demands. Yeah, twerp. In his room. Is in reality. Odd parents, very odd parents. Okay. Mom and Dad, can I please go get some cotton candy? And they're like, of course, child. And then you walk over to the cotton candy with a $5 handy bill in your hand. And you're like, can I get the cotton candy drink? Kid, we don't make those. And then you're like, yes, you do. And then he was like, wait, you're right. And then he goes to the back and he makes a cotton candy drink for you. And then you're like, thanks, mister, or thanks, ma'am. And then, and then you drink it, and that's what it tastes like. The only bad thing about this, and let me be clear, when I say only, that could mean a lot of things. Like, if you say, the world is beautiful, the only bad thing about it is sin. And you're like, oh, wow, that's a pretty bad thing, but it's only one issue there. So yeah, there's only one bad thing about this, but I have to say, unfortunately, it negatively affects the drink by a 2 to 3 point margin here. The problem is, it is good. It is good, but it is sweet. It is very sweet. Like, you dumped sugar in here, and then you forgot that you dumped sugar, and you're like, wait, how much sugar do we add again? Oh, we had 5,000 milligrams of sugar. Oh, okay. And then they dumped the whole thing in there. But you already added 5,000 milligrams, so you added 10,000 milligrams. And then you forgot again, and then you poured, so you're at 15,000 milligrams there. So that's a lot of sugar. But to give it the benefit of the doubt, its name is literally cotton candy, which is like sugar. Which is just sugar. So, hey, I mean, let me do one more. One more. Okay. So, I haven't really realized this until now, but these drinks have a hidden secret. Before the first impression, there's another first impression. None of the drinks before this have had that. But this one is so subtle and so quick that you can almost miss it. But as the Alani master, I did not miss it. And God has just provided me the perfect taste buds to test Alani's, because the first thing I noticed is the cough medicine. The very first thing I notice. No. It's not cough medicine. It's more like the what is it? The sparkling water. It tastes like nothing, almost on the edge of cough medicine. It mainly tastes like nothing, like 80-20. 80 nothing, 20 cough medicine. That's what I'm getting. The very first impression. But then the next first impression is, dumping sugar into my mouth. Like straight up dumping grains of sugar into my socket.
What did he just say?
I think he said socket, sir.
Did he just say socket?
Yes, sir.
Did he just say sock? No, I've heard enough. Put him in federal prison right freaking now.
And then I will say the aftertaste is like pretty crazy though, because it tastes like, here's exactly the route from start to finish from cotton candy, okay? First impression, the very first thing I taste. Sparkling water, 80-20 cough medicine. Next, the actual first impression. Straight up sugar. Straight up sugar. That's it. Then the middle, middle going to aftertaste tastes like sparkling water again. And then the aftertaste, the very last taste that you get, is more sugar. But it's more on the side of actual cotton candy. So, I will say, by the way, this is a pink cotton candy flavor, not blue. I didn't actually see a blue cotton candy flavor in there, but they might have it, they might not, not sure. But the drink tastes like pink, and the can looks pink, so if you need another visual of it, there it is. We'll go over the ingredients in a moment, but so that's from start to finish. So I'm gonna rate each one on a scale from 1 to 10. The very first impression is, I'd say, a 3.5 out of 10. Because it goes from sparkling water, which is nothing, to cough medicine, which is something, but it's bad. But it's 80-20 sparkling water, cough medicine. So it's not too bad. Then the actual first impression, is straight up sugar. Which, in this case, it's not bad because it's in liquid form. And I know there's no sugar in here. Pretty sure, because it's vegan and gluten-free. I'm pretty sure you can't have sugar. No one of those. Total sugar's 0 grams. So, yeah. There's sugar alcohol again, but that's whatever. So, yeah. And I'd probably give that, a solid 6 out of 10. A solid 6 out of 10. Because it could be less sugary. I don't know if it would lose. I'll give it a 7. I'll give it a 7 out of 10, to be honest. I like it. I actually like it. Then the next thing, the middle to aftertaste. It tastes like sparkling water again. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 10. Give it a 4 out of 10. Like, I'm not even kidding. The actual first impression goes away by the time the middle to aftertaste is there. But the transition to aftertaste is very good. Like, the actual aftertaste, I'm gonna have to give that an 8.5 out of 10. So, if I add these all together and divide it, let's see. We had a 3.5, and then we had 6, so 9.5. Then we had 4.5, so 14. And then we had an 8, so 22 divided by 4 is 5.5. So that's what this drink has. Now, unfortunately, that means it is tied to Witch's Brew. So it's down to me to discern between the two. Now, I haven't had Witch's Brew in a minute. I haven't had Witch's Brew in a hot minute. However, I don't know, something about this just makes me want to drink it more. Like, in between Witch's Brew and cotton candy, if I had to choose one of the two to drink for the rest of my life, it would have to be cotton candy. I'm sorry. It has to be cotton candy. So I'm going to give cotton candy a 6. Yeah. Cotton candy is a 6. So it is actually third place, as I called previously. But it was very close to being fourth. It's more likable than Witch's Brew. It's more appealing. The color scheme is more refreshing. And it's not a seasonal drink. I'm pretty sure you can only get Witch's Brew during Halloween and fall. So there it is, folks. There's my rating on it. Hope you enjoyed. Oh wait, I'm not even done with it. Okay, let's go a quick review of the ingredients here. So 10 calories again. How is that even possible? 110% of everything there. Again, I explained in my last video how that's literally physically impossible. 1 gram of sugar alcohol again. And the serving size is 1 can. Oh. Yeah, so once I'm done eating this, I'll probably... Wait, what is that? What is that? Is that a code? Do you see that? This? Is that a code? What is that? I never seen that. Maybe I haven't looked. I probably just haven't looked, but what? I don't know. I don't know what that is. Oh, look. 0 grams of sugar right there. So somehow there's no sugar in here. So I don't know what kind of chemicals they used. But see ya.